Well, another Saturday night weather video. We got to talk about the extremely just dangerous conditions outside, but also the East End got a lot more snow than we were expecting. The very interesting what happened on the East End. They had snow squalls, and it really added up quite a bit. And you could see here mostly clear skies. Looks like on this satellite image here, but we had a lot going on during the day. So let's go and look at the Ventus sky first of all. Show you what was going on most of the day here. We'll just go to the radar here. We'll rewind the radar to show you what was happening out over the East End for much of the day, by the way. They were dealing with these snow squalls here. As you can see, one around Springs around 11:50. And yeah, these had pretty heavy snow in these snow squalls too. So we're really lashing the South Fork, and a little bit of eastern Suffolk County as well got some accumulation as well from this. Showing you what it looked like outside. This is what it looked like if you were out east in the Hamptons, and you could see how the visibility was really reduced at times. This is Foster Memorial Beach here. You can see, look at that. The sun is actually shining through the snow a little bit there. Crazy stuff. The sun was trying to come out for a little bit, and then these snow squalls just came in, and it's just a good example of what they're dealing with. And tonight, yeah, they're still dealing with it. Look at that. Well, some of this is blowing, so almost blizzard conditions are met out there. Really, really impressive stuff. Nothing going on now. This is all blowing snow, I think. So we're seeing. So let's go over these snowfall reports that we got here. So here we go. These are the snowfall reports from the National Weather Service here that we got, and you could see parts of Eastern Connecticut got an inch, 3.5 inches in New Haven. But take a look at New London County, Eastern Connecticut. This really wound up being a big snowstorm for some areas. New London County, Volantown, 10.8 inches. Absolutely insane. Mystic, 7.5 inches. They got pounded. This storm really overperformed. Here, Farmingdale did report an inch of snow. We got nothing here in Mineola. Montauk, 7.3 inches. Orient, 5.5 inches. Spionk, 5 inches. Sag Harbor, 4.5 inches. Shirley Airport got 2.5 inches. Upton got 2 inches. Islip Airport got 1.2 inches. And Babylon got 1.1 inches. So, yeah, some areas to get some snow. Here in Mineola, maybe a coating. I really didn't see much at all here. I think New Jersey also got, but Suffolk County definitely got in on the snow amounts. And we're going to go to the map now and look at the snow amounts. So I think this is it. So this is the map here of some of the snow amounts you have here. So 2.5. So it looks like, yeah, more snow in the Pine Barrens to deal with on Long Island if you're in the eastern part. As far as Jersey goes, I see a 0.6 reading here at Ocean Gate, but really not a whole lot of snow off to the west. All the action is well off to the east. And you can see here, 7.3 inches at Montauk reported. And then as you go further east, these are where some really high amounts occurred here. Rhode Island and extreme eastern Connecticut. So very interesting how this storm kind of just, what can I say? Very, very interesting storm that this was. And go to the MODIS satellite here, and we'll take a look at what the storm looked like on the satellite. You can see here. Very interesting. There's actually the storm that's kind of bombing out, and it just kind of developed like a trough or almost like a feeder band that was over that area. Let's see if we can have a really long satellite loop so we can take a look and see how this feeder band looked on the satellite. You can sort of see it right there. Really interesting. Just over the East End, basically. So, what can I say? And that wasn't the only story. So were the winds. Wind gusts. Bridgeport Airport gusted to 55. New Haven Airport gusted to 52 miles an hour. Teterboro and Bergen County gusted to 51. And Nassau County had a wind gust of 55 miles an hour at Bayville. And you combine that with these temperatures being so low. Midtown Manhattan gusted to 53. Queens JFK gusted to 59 miles an hour. That was at 2 p.m. 53 mile an hour wind gust at LaGuardia at 2:12 p.m. So really strong winds. And look, Suffolk County also getting in under these strong winds. Baiting Hollow, 59 miles an hour. Stony Brook, 58 miles an hour. Fair Harbor, 57 miles an hour. Those first two occurred in the afternoon around 2:46. Islip Airport gusted to 53 around 2:05. And by then the temperatures were already in the teens. Farmingdale Airport, 48 mile an hour wind gust. Ridge, all right, so not so much as you headed in some of these other areas, but some crazy winds out there. White Plains also gusted to 54 miles an hour as well. So, yeah, that's why they're saying about that freezing spray, no doubt. So right now, it is 7. It is 7 at Farmingdale. The alley's 15, by the way. Despite the very strong winds. 7 degrees at Islip. And look at that. The wind is still gusting from the northwest, 33, gusting to 43. So it feels like, is the wind chill reading in there? Let's see. Where is the wind chill? You don't have the wind chill reading in here? We don't have a wind chill. The dew point is -10, but I don't see a wind chill reading on that, which is kind of interesting. We'll show you what Islip was enduring. And, so 7, it's actually dropped as low as 6 degrees. But you can see these winds are still going. They still had a gust of 47 at 10 p.m. I mean, you couldn't walk around and you'd see blowing snow being reported here. Gust of 53 at 9 o'clock, 56 at 9 o'clock. So you have to update some of these wind gust reports here. Those winds are still going out there, ridiculously strong. You see blowing snow being reported. Blowing snow. So, you almost could have used a blizzard warning. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't issue one, because I think the conditions kind of got pretty close to it. And then you can see much of the day, only around 12. Light snow being reported there. But these winds are just insane winds dealing with. Insane winds. And 7 degrees at Gabreski Airport, and they've been dealing more with the heavier snow. They had the snow being reported as well. And you can see some of these crazy wind gusts again, 52 miles an hour. So pretty much like a blizzard if you're out east, pretty much. And the visibility's dropped too in the snow as well. So, and the wind chill, I think this is in this column here, the wind chill, or is that the dew point? That is the wind chill. So 12, 15 below, 17 below at times. So yeah, this is pretty even. This was out east. They had snow all day. So just crazy. Crazy stuff. Shirley is at 5 right now. So that's the current low. All those highs were at midnight. Look at that. So and it's going to be very fluffy snow for sure. Haze is not haze. It's blowing snow. You can see again these wind gusts. Feeling like 15 below, 18 below at the latest observation there. 5 degrees. Northwest wind at 25, gusting to 37. So these are the kind of conditions you're dealing with. It's impossible to be outside with these wind chills. It's just impossible. I'm sure things aren't much better at Farmingdale as well. So 7 degrees, and it feels like 13 below. So, yep. So these are the kind of winds you're dealing with. And maybe a little bit better in Jersey. I doubt it. You can see we got that extreme cold warning now in effect. So let's see, 7 degrees. Miller Airport gusted as high as 46. So not as bad over there as I expected. A little bit less wind. It's interesting that area got the high wind warning. If anyone needed it, it would have been the east end of Long Island. So yeah, it's just crazy conditions. At the top of Stony Brook Hospital, 4 degrees. Right there. So, and they had a gust up to 65. Man, that is crazy. Oh, I got to show you the alley. Hold on. All right, so here's the alley. 15 degrees. 15. So, yeah. Even with this wind, it's crazy. But I guess when you got brick walls and buildings with heat going on in them, it's just not going to be as cold, though. Really, it's still cold, and you still don't want to be out there, regardless. So we have this extreme cold warning in effect until 1 p.m. Sunday, and the wind advisory until midnight tonight. So still dangerously cold out there, and the extreme cold warning. All right, so they now have a wind advisory in Jersey till midnight. The extreme cold warning is until noon Sunday. So it'll be a little bit better over there. But, yeah, these conditions just really, really brutal out there. So that's all I'm going to go for you. We'll look at the model very briefly. This low pulls away. These isobars relax a little bit tomorrow, but they're still tight. So that's the thing. And just look at a sounding here. We'll just pick a sounding around noon. And it looks like there should be plenty of sunshine, but that might make it feel a little bit better. But these temperatures are going to be pretty bad. So if we look at the dew points and wind flow, you'll see those very low dew points again. But you see the winds do drop off a little bit later on the day on Sunday. The temperatures, well, they're only going to be in the teens. And this morning, it's going to be pretty rough with temperatures around 0, perhaps below. And that wind is still going to be going. And as far as Sunday goes, highs only in the mid-teens. That's it. That's as warm as it's going to get. Ventu sky, let's just go over here very briefly. And look at tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, say around 8 in the morning, it's going to be 3 degrees. Some areas could be colder, especially in Jersey. It's showing a little colder in some areas. So chance to get down to 0 perhaps in the city, perhaps. Some of the colder areas off to the north and west there. But the wind gusts still going to be gusting to 27, 30 miles an hour. So that makes it feels like 13 below. So, yeah, the wind chills are going to stay in that range. As we get to noon, the wind chills come up to closer to 0. So, but still, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. The wind gusts are still going to be up near 25. It looks like the winds will not be as bad tomorrow. So, you can try to be outside with the sun. I'm going to try, but it's not going to be easy because the temperatures are going to be 12 degrees. So, yeah, it's going to be rough. So that's all I got for you tonight. Stay inside tonight. And if you go out tomorrow, just make sure you bundle up. Have a good night and stay warm.